Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Welcome back to the Full Count Broadcast Network. Now it's time for the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineup.
Thank you for the heads up. No audio. So you didn't hear any of that open. That red button right there, it needs to be turned up. Strike 3 called. Logan Kroc goes down looking.
Center field number 20.
That is a broadcaster's error right there. Go ahead and put E10 down. Turn the volume on the mixer up. Scott, rookie error right here in my 5th year. And Lou D'Alessio, he didn't spend much time at the dish. It's plunked. D'Alessio reaches on the hit by pitch. Now bring up Jake Merrick. On base 5 times at the Railroaders. Game 1. Runner goes right away. Pitch is down low, and D'Alessio is in there sliding. Thank you, Vicky. It's just a matter of turning that red button up. I don't know why I ever turn it down. It's not like I ever say anything that somebody shouldn't hear. Just kidding. Runner in scoring position for Jake Merrick from the University of Alabama, Birmingham. And he gets a called strike on that outside corner. Ball and a strike. 3 UAB Blazers in a row. D'Alessio, Merrick, and John Paul Head. 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. D'Alessio had a jump right there. Decided not to go as Merrick fouls that one off. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. That's a AAA autoglass foul ball. That might get a moving vehicle on the street right behind the press box here. We are an open air press box. 1-2 is grounded to the right side, just to the right of the pitcher. Second baseman Gabe Eddington throws on to first base. Route number 2. As D'Alessio moves to third base. John Paul Head, the right fielder, stands in. He started in game 1, went 1 for 4. 3 RBIs in that game for Full Count. Drove in 3 of the 4 runs. Tater delivered the called strike. Not the common spelling of Tater. Teoder. Not even close to toe mater. Just Tater. Swinging a foul tip into the mitt. John Paul Head down to the count 0-2. With Jackson Cothran waiting patiently nearby. And a swing and a miss on a fastball burrowing down on the inside corner. And that will retire the side. A couple of strikeouts in the inning. As we'll keep it right here. I'll tell you what I told you before. This is take number 2. Full Count Rhythm taking on the Hoptown Hoppers here in game number 3. Playing at Christian County High School. Every other year, the Hoptown Hoppers switch from Hopkinsville High School field to Christian County High School. But in a couple of years, it won't matter. There's going to be a combined school located here in the county, I would assume, that will combine these 2 schools. So hopefully a new venue for the Hoptown Hoppers and for the Full Count Rhythm to play in it may end up being 2027. So got a couple of years of back and forth still this year, next year. As Roman Petricka is on the mound, getting his warm-up tosses, one of 8 left-handed pitchers that will hopefully throw for the Full Count Rhythm this year. Roman, 6'1", 190-pound left-hander. He's a redshirt freshman. Was at Vanderbilt this past year, did not play. He's from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, son of Stephen Patrica in Wolverine, Michigan, and Melody Patrica in Greenville, Kentucky. You got a grandpa also up there in Wolverine, Michigan. His mentor this year is Josh Smith. He will get his first appearance of the year for the Rhythm. They've had two very good starts by a couple of Trevecca Trojans. Logan Harrell in game one and Ryan Sweeney in game two last night. This is now 3 games in a row as Full Count starts the season 2-0. Patrica starts the leadoff batter, Grady Broughton, off with a pitch about chin high. There's a fastball in that outside corner for a called strike. Go to the next commercial break. I'll try to tidy up that camera shot right there. Trace Simmons behind the plate. Couldn't reach up high enough for that one. Sure, Patrica's amped up here for his first start. Facing Broughton, 5'8", 155-pound freshman at the University of Indianapolis who swings through that fastball. From Plainfield, Indiana. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the number 2 leadoff batter. Swing and a miss and a Safeware strikeout to start the bottom of the first. Mike Harrell and his group at Safeware. I've heard it's Safeware Solutions. They're in the PPE, I believe. Equipment needs, go to Safeware Inc., I believe, and check out one of the great sponsors for the Full Count Rhythm. Gabe Eddington, the second baseman, stands in. 5'8", 165 pounds. He's from Clarks Vegas, Austin Peay State University. He's a governor. Clarksville not too far away here from Hopkinsville. Does not tell me what high school he went to as he takes another strike. Could be Clarksville High School, could be Rossview, could be Clarksville Academy. Northeast, Northwest. West Creek, that's another one, right? Kenwood, is that up there? Breaking pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Owen Hutchison, left-handed hitting outfielder, on deck. And the 2-2 is high. And our first Full Count Ministries full count of the ball game. Gabe Eddington. Game Changer is the application that's used for stats this year, and that pitch is a little high for ball 4. And Eddington draws the walk. And I have not been successful yet on being able to print off stats to be able to provide to you. Of course, so far, Full Count Rhythms game 1 still has not been statted. The Railroaders had some issues with their Game Changer in that first game, so I have it on my score sheet as Hutchison knees buckled just a bit on that breaking pitch inside. Covered Owen Hutchison. He played, I think, started a game and came in as a pinch hitter maybe for Roan State against Volunteer State this past year. He cracks one that's a soft liner to second. Got that one off the handle, and Elijah Stockton able to come over and make the catch for out number 2. And 2 down, 1 on for cleanup hitter Carson Tucker, the third baseman. 6 foot, 190-pound freshman from Murray, Kentucky. He attends Hillsdale College. Patrica looks right at Eddington, and he takes off, swing and a foul ball to the backstop. So Eddington will have to return. Umpires for today's game: Chad Crutcher behind the plate, Jonathan Higdon is down at first base. Clinton Magnuson is currently in the middle of the diamond. You see him in your shot there. He'll also handle the third base fair line. 0-1 pitch. Runner does not go, and a swing and a miss. Tricka trying to get out of trouble here in the bottom of the first inning. Rhythm got a runner on in the first. Tater was able to work around. Just missed outside. Tough pitch to take with 2 strikes there. Another tapper foul down to the third base coach. And again, Eddington getting sprints in. A 1-2. Slider there. It's fouled back. Runner did not go that time. I think he might have been tired. Trigger looking into Trace Simmons getting his first start behind the plate. That is out to center field. That's going to get down in front of D'Alessio for a base hit. Tucker just reached out and touched that one and got it over the infielder's head. Now runners at first and second. Connor Scheidt will step in. 33. Scheidt, 5'11", 230 from McCordsville, Indiana. Freshman at Indiana Southeast. Another left-handed hitter. Slider misses away. Nolan Sargent's in left. D'Alessio is at center. Runner at second goes. Throw down to third, and that's going to be in time. No! That was a pretty quick tag there by Merrick. I thought he popped that tag down in time, but did not. Back half of the runners did not go, so runners at first and third. Was that pitch called a ball, so 2 balls and no strikes. Stolen base for Eddington. On the outside corner, 2-0 pitch. Henderson Flash had 7 stolen bases in yesterday's game. I believe Fulton had 6 in game 1. Now a 3-ball, 1-strike count. The catcher, Evan Cardwell, with his shin guards on, getting practice swings in the on-deck circle. 3-1, grounded to second. Going the short way is Stockton over to Kroc to get the fielder's choice for out number 3. 2 left on, 1 hit in the inning, no runs and no errors. After 1 no score, we're scheduled for 9 innings here at Hopkinsville. We'll take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property, it's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Forgotten about making that camera adjustment there till the last second. 6'8". Let's see if he's in the frame. Hey, there he is. We got his head now. Right, head to the top of the second inning and let you know that it's 4 years ago in 2 days that the Full Count Rhythm began their quest in summer collegiate wood bat baseball right here at Christian County High School against the Hoptown Hoppers. Full Count won that first game 7-3 back on June 4th of 2021. Our alumni spotlight tonight will be a young man who very instrumental in that first victory. Gunnar Ricketts got the first hit and scored the first run in Rhythm history. Jackson Cothran did not play on that team that first year, but he's played on every team since. At the plate with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Jackson, the son of Josh and Charlie. Josh is his dad. Charlie, with a couple E's at the end, is his mother. Jackson seeking another school to play ball at, and a swing and a miss. Down goes Cothran on strikes. That's the third strikeout of the ball game for Colin Tater. Going to bring up Blake Carter. Been playing first base the first 2 games. He's the DH today from Lipscomb University. 6'3", 215-pound rising sophomore from Knoxville, Tennessee. Can never call a strike when the ball hits the umpire. Just missed right there by Evan Cardwell. Not in the dirt. Fastball whispers at the outside corner for a called strike. Line out to right field. Right at the right fielder, Aiden Butts. Route number 2. Carter was 1 for 4 in yesterday's game, had a single 2 right, so he's no stranger to going the opposite way. Trace Simmons stands in. Trace 0 for 3 in the game against the Fulton Railroaders when he was the DH. Let's see what kind of hitter he is when he's got the tools on every half inning. Trace from Beach High School. Finished his freshman year at Lincoln Memorial University. There's a ground ball. That's going to get up the middle and sneak on through into center field. There's the first hit of the ball game for the Rhythm. 2-out knock. Simmons picks up his first hit in a Rhythm uniform. Elijah Stockton will stand in. He's looking for his first hit. Fastball misses inside. Almost an umpire balk there. He started to go and then pulled back on the reins. Left-handed hitting throw over to first. Trace Simmons is back. Stockton from Kentucky Wesleyan. Grounds one to the right side. Gabe Eddington gloves and throws on to first. That will retire the Rhythm. They will strand another runner in the second. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. As no score here at Christian County High School.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count broadcast.
Head to the bottom of the second, 6, 7, and 8 due up to face Roman Petricka in his second inning of work. No runs and a hit in the bottom of the first for the Hoppers. See who else is playing tonight. Everybody plays tonight. Fulton Railroaders on the road for the first time. They are at the Madisonville Miners. Henderson Flash on the road again 2 nights in a row to take on the Paducah Chiefs. Evan Cardwell, the catcher, stands in on the right-hand batter's box facing the left-handed pitcher, Roman Petricka. I know I want to call him Petricka. Petricca. Petricka. Steps off. Wants to get a new sign from Trace Simmons behind the plate. And he does. He gets a check swing that Cardwell cannot hold up on. Evan Cardwell, Chance Sweeney, Aiden Butts scheduled for the Hoppers, wearing their all whites. Popped up on the right side over as Stockton with his feet in the grass and a quick jab step to the right to make the catch for out number 1. Might be a little bit of a tip off right behind the dirt. It's an all natural surface here at Christian County High School. Chance Sweeney, the center fielder, stands in. Another left-handed batter. I know they love to see this left-handed pitcher out there on the mound. Swing and a miss. Oh, and a strike, 1 out. Nobody on, bottom of the second. Breaky pitch, he got away from him, and that hit him right on the 7. God's favorite number, by the way, in case you were wondering. All you got to do is just read the book of Revelation. Number 7 all over it. Aiden Butts stands in. Butts 6 foot, 175-pound incoming freshman to Dyersburg State. He's from Cadiz, Kentucky. Dyersburg State's looking for a brand new coach. Swings and fouls that one. That's gonna wake Trey Simmons up. We always used to tell the catcher, charge those. He's a former catcher. Scott Colley is also a former catcher, I understand. So He's charged those a few times himself. Scott Colley, the public address announcer here at Hoptown Hoppers. 0-1. That's dialed right in. Taken and butts. He was like to see that one again. Gavin Powell, the shortstop, on deck, but Rhythm would rather see Powell leading off the bottom of the third. Patricia feeling a little lonely out on the mound. He's asking Trey Simmons to come out and have a chat. Maybe he's telling him, hey, I can't see your fingers. He is, understand, giving the signs with his fingers. There's no pitch comm, nothing in their hat. No, they're not wearing wristbands at all. Trey Simmons played 38 games for Lincoln Memorial this past year as a true freshman. He was their number one catcher. And the runner goes on the 0-2 and it pitches down. Could not be handled by Simmons. Not sure he had a shot as Chance Sweeney went on first move.
No, there was no like
Another stolen base.
Oh, yeah. I go out much back home from
Runner in scoring position. A swing and a miss and a safe wear strikeout. We're out number 2.
Go, Gav, come on, man.
So the recently graduated senior goes down on strikes. That's the second strikeout of the ball game for Patricia. That'll bring up number 9 hole hitter Gavin Powell. He's the shortstop. 6'2", 180-pound incoming freshman as well from right here in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. He's going to go play for a friend of mine at Rend Lake Community College, the head coach there, Chris Modelmog, former assistant coach at Belmont University, my alma mater. He coached there with Dave Jarvis, who's still coaching. He's been there since 1997, so about 28 years. That pitch is fouled off to the right. A couple of JUCO guys, at least 3 in the lineup. Owen Hutchison, Hayden Butts, and Gavin Powell. Couple of looks back at second. There's a ground ball to third. Backhanded by Merrick. He steps and he throws over to first. Dug out of there by Jackson Cothran, who's primarily a catcher. But he had a nice backhand there to save an error for Jake Merrick, who's actually played very, very well at third base. Probably his first errant throw. No runs, no hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base. The runner who was hit by, or the batter who was hit by a pitch. As we are still scoreless here in Hoptown, where Ben Brooks drove in the first run. He was the shortstop for the Rhythm from the University of Memphis. Ben Brooks, a player from JP2, I believe, now called Pope Prep. John Ripel, the head coach over at Pope Prep now in Nashville, right up there by Chick-fil-A of Rivergate, the title sponsor for the Full Count Rhythm. As Ben Brooks, Gunnar Ricketts on that first team. Austin Sandifer, I believe, a right-hander from University of South Carolina, Aiken, got the first start for the Full Count Rhythm right here in Hoptown back on June 4th of 2021. Ryan Webster got the win in relief, a left-hander out of Palm Beach Atlantic. He was from somewhere in Michigan. So a lot of memories here. I did not broadcast that game. We were not broadcasting road games at that time. That didn't occur probably until maybe the 6th road game. I would say that was at Franklin, Kentucky, the Franklin Duelers, where Josh Carmen asked me, since I was going to the games, hey, you think you might want to broadcast away games as well? I said, let's do it. We've been broadcasting road games since then, so. First pitch to Nolan Sargent. Heads to the backstop, and catcher will allow the on-deck batter to grab that, who is twice as far away. That's Logan Kroc. Catchers get away with everything. Another miss to the Belmont Bruin Nolan Sargent. 5'10", 180-pound switch hitter. Rising sophomore, got in 28 games for the Bruins this past year, started 11. 2-0, he's up there to hack and fouls it back from Macaulay High School in Chattanooga. Son of Scott and Leah Sargent, brother to Tucker. Hello to Papaw and Granny in Chattanooga. He also has a nanny in Chattanooga. Chandler Phelps chiming in. He's a mentor, says, let's go, guys. Ground ball right back up the middle, hops over second base. That's a Hoptown hopper over second base for a base hit. Second hit of the ball game. Scott, you didn't, is that like a dad joke right there? We don't have Baltimore chops here in Hoptown, do we? We got Hoptown hoppers. That is Nolan Sargent's first hit in a Rhythm uniform. Logan Kroc squares to bunt, and that pitch is just a bit outside. Tried to catch the corner and missed. Down to second base. Goes Sargent. Kroc was squaring around to bunt. Scott Colley, he don't care if anybody's DVR and anything. He's calling out NCAA scores. Squaring again and missing again is Colin Tater. Murray State taking on Ole Miss. What was the score? 10-3, the Racers. Wow, Missouri Valley Conference tournament champion. They were also the regular season champion. Co, is that right? Who are the co with? Illinois State or somebody, or I don't know. I just know my alma mater, Belmont's in it, so I think they made the Final Four of the conference tournament. 3-0 is wide for ball four. Now the first two have reached here in the top of the third, so Tater having a little trouble with the squaring around the bunt visual. Walks his first batter, Logan Kroc. Struck out looking in his first plate appearance. Heads up for Lou DeLessio. He got plunked the first time, and he's squaring around the bunt. Takes a strike. He was a little light on those shoes right there as he's rocking the multicolored Old Hickory bat here tonight. 5'9", 165 pounds from Red Bank, New Jersey. Does not square here. Muscles that one out to center field. Chance Sweeney makes the catch. A bluff from Nolan Sargent as he goes back. DeLessio, the son of Lou and Bridget DeLessio, brother to Ella and Max. Hello to Poppy and Dee Dee in somewhere USA, I'd assume, and Poppy and Grandma. So Lou's the one I need to find out. Where are your grandpa or parents living? So I got that information from Garrett Sims today, but I knew there was somebody else. Runners go. Throw down to third, and not in time. Nolan Sargent in there with a stolen base. Hey, wrong button. Folks, it's early in the season. All I can do is apologize. Thought I was on this button. That's going to be a run right there. That's hit well out to right field. Aiden Butts is back, and he's under it and makes the catch. And the first run of the game is going to be scored on a sac fly, just like it was almost 4 years ago, as Ben Brooks drove in Gunnar Ricketts. And there's the Framework Athletics first run of the ball game, scored by Nolan Sargent, who started this inning off with a base hit up the middle. So sac fly by Jake Merrick. On the play, Logan Kroc moves over to third. John Paul Head swings at the first pitch he sees and fouls it back. Head struck out swinging to end the first inning. So a single, a walk, fly out with runners at first and second, a stolen base by Sargent and Kroc. Put runners at second and third, and then Jake Merrick able to lift the fly ball to deep right field to score Nolan Sargent. Umpire has to take some notes on meetings. He likes to report any violators to the league office, and catchers and pitchers can only meet so often out there on the mound because there's a lot of people waiting for play to continue. And these are very busy people here in Hoptown. They have places to go, people to see, things to do. There's a breaking pitch right over the heart of the plate for a called strike. John Paul Head not expecting that breaking pitch. On deck again, Jackson Cothran, hoping not to lead off the fourth. 0-2 pitch. It's outside by about 3 baseballs. Scott Colley's got the best vision right there. He can see that. He's a little bit biased, but he's also a truth teller, and he would say it's outside. As a matter of fact, he did. Breaking pitch, another one outside, staying away from John Paul. 6'1", 215-pound rising sophomore. He's from Vestavia Hills, Alabama. That's just south of Birmingham. Full count fall league going on this fall in the last 2 years. That ball's lined out to center field. That's down for a base hit. That will score another run. John Paul Head picks up another RBI. Had 3 in game 1. That's 4th of the season. Logan Kroc comes across the plate, and Cothran will get an AB here in the third. Struck out swinging, leading off the second. He takes a hack there, and like Tater took a little bit off of that pitch. Might have been a changeup. Cothran played the last 2 years at Ohio University in Athens, Ohio. After playing 2 years for the Motlow State Bucks, runner takes off. He had a bad jump, and he slipped, I think, at first base. And the tag applied, and he is out at second base, caught stealing. Looked like he slipped out of the corner of my eye, and that is all it took. So Rhythm get on the board first. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Cothran will lead off the top of the 4th, but first we're going to have the bottom of the 3rd. That's just the way the rules are here. So we'll take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
You might get to nap, but your money doesn't. Like right now. At Volunteer State Bank, it's working hard day and night, earning 4.5% APY. Playtime, drive time, anytime. You could be out with friends or on vacation, but your money, it doesn't take a break. You've worked hard for it. Now let it work hard for you. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account today and earn 4.5 annual percentage yield if qualifications are met on balances up to $15,000.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Jim Reese back here, trying to operate right-handed if I possibly can. It's that left brain, right brain thing going on with. I do have my equipment in the correct spots that I'm used to. It's just spinning plates, folks, and I'm only halfway to my clown certification, so I'm still a work in progress here with only 2 cameras. I think I'm able to do 4 cameras yesterday. Not well, apparently, but that pitch misses up from Roman Petricka. Top of the order, Grady Broughton swings the foul, tips that into the mid of Trey Simmons. Rhythm with the 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. That's down. The trick has been missing mostly up. That's maybe the first pitch that he's missing down. Vicky Maloney, super fan. You're exactly right. Foul ball straight back. He gets off the screen. Stays inside the playing surface and playing area. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I try to start on this camera angle. And I don't even watch. I just press when it gets into play. That's breaking pitch. Stays outside. Another full count, Ministries full count. Stay tuned. Toward the end of the ball game, we'll have the full count Ministries verse of the game. And a full count first pitch foul ball off the bat of the leadoff batter, who is the DH, Grady Broughton. University of Indianapolis. I believe they're D2. That's a 3-2 pitch right down the middle. Trey Simmons takes his time, and his throw is offline, but some quick feet by Jackson Cothran down there as he did a little dance to make the catch and come back quickly. He'd be my partner on the electric slide. So a strikeout. That's a Safeware strikeout. Put out goes to Jackson Cothran. When he's catching, he gets a lot of strikeout putouts. You don't get too many as the first baseman. But an assist to Trey Simmons. Ball just popped out of his mitt. Looked like he had it for, I don't know, a half a second, and then it popped out, got behind him. He nonchalantly reached back, picked it up, but then his throw down to first was not what he had expected. 2-0 right down Broadway. All right, folks, I'm starting over. Third inning, bottom of the third. Clear sailing here. Sound's going to be up. Not touching the red button. It's not going to get touched. Going to go button 1, button 2 on my camera switcher.
9-3. Oh, wow.
3 balls and a strike to the 2-hole hitter, Gabe Eddington. Eddington's going to draw the second walk that Petricka has given up, and both of them have been to Eddington. He's really not that small. He's 5'8", but I mean, Grady Broughton's 5'8". Petricka threw just fine to him. Hutchison 6 foot though. I mean a full 4 inches taller than the leadoff or number 2, and he strokes one out to right field. That will be easily handled by John Paul Head for out number 2. Hutchison now is over 2. 85 degrees here at game time, but with the kindness of the Hoptown Hopper staff here, we've got the ceiling fans going in the open air press box area. We are covered, which is nice. Broadcasting the away broadcaster at the Hopkinsville High School sitting outside. Runner goes, pitch is grounded. One hop picked up by Croc and his strong throw to Jackson Cothran in time to get Carson Tucker. Logan Croc has been steady Eddie there at shortstop. No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner left on base. And we are a third of the way through this ball game. And the Rhythm lead 2-0. Take a break and be right back.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball.
Top of the fourth we go. Our game time temperature brought to us tonight by Edge Appraisal Services. Travis Smith, longtime supporter of Full Count Ministries. He is an appraiser. Not sure how long Travis has been in business, but he's got a little gray in that beard now, so it's probably been a couple of years now. Depend on Edge Appraisal Services to provide high-quality appraisals on all types of residential properties in Sumner County, and not just there, but in surrounding counties, you know, like Wilson County, Rutherford County. Maybe he might even go into Davidson County. Travis, appreciate him and his support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball. He's been on several mission trips with Full Count as Cothran again with another dance move to pull those hips back and get out of the way of that inside fastball. He was at the plate when John Paul Head was thrown out, trying to steal that bag, trying to get a century steal of second. Now 2 balls and no strikes. Heidel Rubio checking in again on Facebook. He lives a long way. New Jersey's a long way, but Hoptown, Nicaragua, a little bit farther away. That's where Heidel Rubio, his family are located. One of the Full Count Ministries missionaries, the international staff. Popped up on the left side. It will get out of play and hit off the roof of the building. Cothran swinging on the 2-0. Alex Montiel's the Nicaragua Ministry Director. Heidel Rubio, he handles Somoto Ministry. David Zeladon, he's in Ocotal. Mario Gonzalez, the Honduras Director. Take a hack, Jackson Cothran, as again the hand comes off the bat. Wilmer Lopez, he handles Mazante and Zapote. Arsenio Rodriguez, Norbin Gutierrez, Reader Meneses, also directors down there. Apparently, I missed the Full Count Ministries full count. That is ball 4. Cothran with a strikeout now, a walk, because he took a pretty close pitch there. Second time he's done that. That's not tonight, but did that in Fulton on his second to last at bat. That'll bring Blake Carter to the plate. The leadoff batter reaching. Cothran is a threat to go as the fastball to Blake Carter in there for a called strike. Carter lined out sharply to the right fielder. But the star of the Nicaraguan international staff is the team chef, Miss Carolina Martinez. And there goes the runner. Breaking pitch inside. Throw down to second by Evan Cardwell's not in time. And Cothran picks up a century, steal of second base. 7 regional final games going on in the NCAA tonight. Broken bat liner that one hops softly to the third baseman. Carson Tucker throws to Connor Scheidt to retire Carter on the play. Cothran moves over to third. That was a bold move. Kind of surprised he didn't hold up on the soft little liner that ended up hitting the dirt just to the left of Tucker. But a 5-3 as Carter's now 0 for 2. But a productive out as Trace Simmons now has a runner at third with less than 2 outs. He singled the last time he came to the plate. Corners are in for the Hoppers. Tell you who the board of directors are in the Full Count Ministries staff a little later on. Another slider that misses just down. Simmons, the son of Keith and Amy Simmons, brother to Kaylee. Paul and Ma in Shannon, Mississippi. There's a ground ball right back to the pitcher, and that's not going to get it done. Underhand flip to first by Tater. Retires Simmons, tried to go right back up the middle where his base hit went in the second. Couldn't get it by the 6'8" right-hander. That'd be up to Elijah Stockton unless Tater wants to fire one wide. Left-handed hitting Stockton. Grounded out to the second baseman to end the second. I'm 190 pounds. He's from Gallatin, Tennessee, attended Friendship Christian High School. He's a Panther up in Owensboro at Kentucky Wesleyan, son of Eric and Tony Stockton. Started to go there, and the pitch called a strike. Tony Stockton checking in on Facebook. Watching her little boy. He's the brother of Graham, Ellie, and Evan, grandson of Grandma. She's now in Gallatin after being relocated from Chicago. Bet she knows where Naperville is. Former home of Drew Robertson's Nana. Probably our first named grandparent. Nana from Naperville. She was a regular on Facebook. Slider driven out to center field, but Chance Sweeney back, and he makes the grab for out number 3. He also has a Papa in Warner Robins. Also, Mimi is in Warner Robins. Does Elijah Stockton. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. In the top of the 4th, Rhythm still lead 2-0. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th right after this short break.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back at Christian County High School in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, the shortest drive of the 5 opponents that Full Count faces. About an hour and a half from when we left Framework Athletics, left about 2:45 and arrived here at about 4:15. Maybe I just told on our Anchor Transportation bus driver, but we had a little bit of traffic. Seemed like everybody was headed up to Clarksville. Roman Patrica is back out on the mound facing left-handed hitting Connor Scheit, the first baseman. Gets a call on the breaking pitch. Scheit grounded into a fielder's choice to end the first. Patrica trying to get through 4 innings unscathed, as his 2 previous teammates did, Logan Harrell and Ryan Sweeney. Patrica from Vanderbilt this past year, and sure, that was an absolute education. And the Hoppers have finally got their ball boy, bat boy back. They've been famous for their bat boy. What was 2 years ago? There's a ground ball that's going to get into right field between first and second for a leadoff single. They had a bat boy that used to travel. I can't remember his name, but he was pretty famous in the league. Second hit of the ball game for the Hoppers. Zach Williams listening in. He loves a short drive. Although I don't think Zach Williams has ever been here. Oh, he's been to Hopkinsville High School, I believe, one time. I think he and I did a game there as that pitch misses up. Zach Williams, the now former play-by-play man for the Full Count Rhythm on home games. But he'll be back as that pitch has popped up on the right side. Jackson Cothran right in front of the base in foul territory makes the catch for out number 1. Full Count Ministry snagged Zach Williams first for the broadcast. And then they said, you know what, you're going to need some help because, you don't talk enough. Zach Williams, everybody that knows him knows he's very, very quiet. He's reserved. It's hard to get a word out of him. They say the same about me. Chance Sweeney swings and misses. He was hit by a pitch on, I believe it was 0-2, hit right in the back. Swings on a pitch in the dirt. Trey Simmons going to have to retrieve that. He won't be able to get a throw off as Scheit heads down to second base. That'll be a wild pitch. Or at least it should be, whoever's. We got a player or an injured player who is handling the game changer tonight. Now a runner in scoring position. Another pitch down in the dirt. Smothered by Trey Simmons behind the plate. Zach Williams, that was playoffs that year. It would have been 2 years ago or 4 years ago. Nope. Would have been 3 years. Another one yanked way wide. Simmons telling Patrica to handle the plate just in case the runner comes around, but 2 wild pitches now has Scheit over at third base with 1 out. And I've got 3-1. They've got 2-2 on the, it is 2-2. Thanks to our home plate umpire, puts his fingers up where I can see him. 2-2 pitch coming. It's low and away. And a Full Count Ministries full count. So Full Count Ministries snagged a real professional, a radio pro, young Zach Williams. He was probably about 27, 28. Ball 4. Now runners at the corners. Third walk. Let's see if Jimmy Gamboa will come out. First, Trace Simmons is going to go have a chat. 4 innings is probably all that Petricka was, I think, they're on a pitch count. Let's see if I can find out how many pitches he is at. Look on Game Changer here, and so is Petricka at 62 pitches. I think it's 65 or 70. It depends on these pitchers, but anywhere between 65 and 75 pitches. So he's at 63. I can't see the bullpen itself, but there are fellas in powder blue tops and bottoms down past the outfield fence down the left field line, so I'm sure somebody is warming. Aiden Butt stands in. The Rhythm are a do-dat double play away from getting into the dugout unscathed, but going to have Roman Petricka throw a strike. Connor Scheidt led off the inning with a single. They're going to throw down to second. Not in time. Throw just on the third base side of the bag as Sweeney gets in there. Pitch called a ball. Now the conventional double play, not a possibility here. Single, a couple wild pitches move Scheidt over to third, and now a walk and a stolen base has Sweeney at second. Just a bit down, not too far down, as Elijah Stockton is playing about halfway at second base. Logan Kroc is at short. He's playing regular depth. Jake Merrick up on the grass, as is Jackson Cothran at first and third, or third and first. But ball 4, and the fourth walk credited to Butts. Now the bases are loaded. That'll bring up the number 9 hole hitter, Gavin Powell, who grounded out to Merrick at third. So the incoming freshman to Wren Lake Community College, located in Illinois. Jim McGuire, the head coach at Volunteer State, a former coach at Wren Lake himself. There's a slider right down Broad Street. Either a slider or a cut fastball. That had some movement on it. Slid right across the strike zone. That's fouled straight back here. And I'm going to tell you, I blinked. You weren't even watching, were you? He's looking down here, he's looking at his computer. A man to the left of me here. I don't think he's a scout. I think he's a reporter. 0-2 count. Petricka looking for the strikeout. High and away. Three strikeouts so far for Petricka, and he is looking to ring up. Walt gets a line drive to Jackson Cothran, and runner at first, Aiden Butts, off with the swing, and he is doubled up. So that is a do-dat unassisted double play. Just what the doctor ordered for Roman Petricka. So a line-out double play as Jackson Cothran at the right place at the right time. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. That should do it for Petricka. So he will end up with 4 innings, 2 hits, and no runs, exactly like Logan Harrell and Ryan Sweeney. Pretty nice job there by the young freshman from Vanderbilt. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Scott Colley here calling out the Murray State versus Ole Miss score. For some reason, he's not calling out the Tennessee Wake Forest score. I don't understand what's going on with these Kentucky folks up here. I don't know. 9-1-2 to face Colin Tater here in the top of the fifth inning. Nolan Sargent looks back at the umpire with disbelief on the first strike call of the at-bat. Sargent singled and scored, leading off the third, leading off the fifth here, facing Tater, who's out for his fifth inning. Healthy hack there on an off-speed pitch. Sargent down in the count. Tater, 4 innings, only 57 pitches. So that pitch a little tight on Nolan. He's staying at not a host home for Full Count Rhythm, but I understand it's family friends, the Ledfords. It's from Chattanooga, but staying with some friends nearby. I'm not sure where they live. Hopefully it's in the Hendersonville area and he doesn't have to get home off the Anchor Transportation bus and drive 45 minutes to Murfreesboro like Garrett Sims. I think that's where he lives. 2-2, grounded up the middle. Let's see if it'll be snagged. It will. Gavin Powell with the delivery over to Connor Scheidt, who digs it out of the dirt. Nice play there, both ends. We're out number one. Sargent hit it actually a little bit either too easy or too hard. Is retired. He's now 1 for 2. That'll bring up Logan Kroc. Logan looking for his first hit as a Rhythm player. Started and played every inning so far from, he says, Noblesville, Indiana. His dad says Fishers. Just outside of Indianapolis. Slider misses away. Went to Lawrence North High School. Rich and Don Kroc are his parents. Slices one from about his feet and lifts a fly ball out to left center field. It's caught by Chance Sweeney for out number 2. That was a swing that if he's a golfer, he might use on Thursday, the squad getting together. A get-together by Brandon Jaggers to any of the Rhythm or Rhythm fans or supporters that want to play. They're going to play at Long Hollow Country Club. First pitch swinging, Lou DeLessio. He might beat this one out. He will. No, I think John Higdon called him out, the first base umpire. There, got a pole right in my way. You can see it a little bit better because the camera's to the left. I thought DeLessio was going to beat that out, but that's a great play by Gabe Eddington. He was throwing off balance. Throws another one down in the dirt. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Colin Tater. We will head to the bottom of the 5th, but first we're going to have our alumni spotlight. Try to do that in the middle of the 5th. Our alumni spotlight, told you about him a little bit earlier. Gunnar Ricketts, former outfielder, left-handed hitter for Carson Newman. He's a former Eagle up there in Jefferson City. Carson Newman, outfielder, scored the first run after getting the first hit in Rhythm history. Gunnar Ricketts now works for the Mutual of Omaha. I believe he's selling insurance there, lives in Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. That is just outside of Chattanooga near Hickson. And he is now married to Kyla Ricketts. My wife and I just ran into him one time at a Chili's in Hickson, Tennessee a couple of years back and got to see him and his fiancee at the time, but they ended up getting married. I believe Harrison Travis was at that wedding maybe a year and a half ago. So congratulations to them, of course. But Gunnar Ricketts, one of the favorites in Rhythm history, is our alumni spotlight. Tonight brought to you by Edge Appraisal Services. Travis Smith and his folks at Edge Appraisal Services. Appreciate their support of Rhythm Baseball. We have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. This is the guy that does laundry at my house, as a matter of fact. Tim Johan Dixon out for his first appearance. The rising senior at North Central University. He is from Vermillion, South Dakota. Goes to school in Minneapolis and North Central University. Sports management and English teacher are his major. Christian studies minor. Son of Mark and Sonny Dixon. He has a grandma in Des Moines, Iowa. Noy, I believe, is what he calls her. Sometimes he calls her grandma as well. And Dixon. Uh-oh, you just turned me off. Don't turn that off. I'm back on now. I could feel the power go out. Ball and a strike on the scoreboard. Tim Dixon pitching from the stretch. Slinging from a lower slot angle, gets a called strike. So back-to-back lefties here for the Rhythm as he's facing the top of the order, Grady Broughton. Pitch is up. His mentor is Eric Alexander. Swing and a miss. Tim Dixon's first batter that he faces is a Safeware strikeout. Third time that Broughton has struck out, so he's got the hat trick. Out number one. Make sure we got power on the computer. I've got a problem with internet here. Is that first pitch grounded to short, and a throw to first by Kroc is in time to get Gabe Eddington. First two retired by Dixon. Says, okay. Owen Hutchinson 0 for 2 stands in. He hits one high and deep to right field. Back goes John Paul Head. He leaps and makes the catch before he got to what might be a warning track out there. And a 1-2-3 inning for young Tim Dixon. We're trying to figure out what to call him at our house since we have two Tims and a Susan there. I am actually sometimes referred to as Little Timmy Reese. There's not a lot little about me, but Mark McDaniel gave me that nickname probably when we started, the former public address announcer, and